the last couple of days, or I don't even know when our last video was out, but it's been crazy and kind of frustrating. We're still dealing with the water situation. I will pass you to Eric in a second so he can explain it to you. But we're still trying to unpack. If you can kind of see behind us, yeah, that's what we're dealing with right now. Just, you know, if you guys plan to do this, like, prepare way ahead of time on what you need and what you don't. We were kind of under a deadline, which is understandable, and now we have so much stuff and we're still trying to get through to it. So there's the tower fan. It's like an oscillating, I guess, fan. It's actually pretty good as far as like the strength and everything. It was 25 bucks at Walmart and totally worth it. We were thinking about getting like a standalone like tower AC, but they're so expensive, so we're just gonna do fans for right now. Unfortunately, it hasn't been like, you know, too uncomfortably hot. And then we got some little USB fans that are amazing. You just like, even if you don't have electricity, you can plug those into your computer or whatever, you know, you have going on that has power and do that. So that's awesome. Here's Eric.
So we got the new water pump. It's a SureFlow something or other. I'm not sure the actual model. But it fits. I replaced it, and when I turned it on, water was definitely moving through it. I could hear it getting pumped and the air moving out. But the shower was the only faucet that any water was coming out of. So I decided to go around the RV and look to see if any water was leaking out anywhere. And in the back there is the hose inlet where when you hook up to city water, you put the hose on the inlet and then you have water pressure, and all of the water is coming out of there, and I'm not sure why. So if anybody has any suggestions of why the water would be coming out there, I would be greatly appreciated. We're hoping to get this solved tonight so we can do some dishes and use the bathroom and stuff. But that's really the only major thing we have left. We still have minor projects, like I plan to mount the TV. So I got some bolts today, and I got a piece of sheet metal, so I'm going to take the sheet metal, drill some holes through the roof, and caulk with die-core self-leveling just all over it and under the stainless and in the bolt holes and everything. And I got some rubber washers, so hopefully no water will leak in. And then tomorrow in the mail I should be getting some Eternabond tape, and then I can put that around the stainless as well, so it should be sealed in really well. We also got a vent cover, or a whole vent that we have to put up. The vent in our bedroom was broken when we bought it. You turn the crank and the housing that holds the crank was broken somehow, so it doesn't work at all. So I have to climb up on the roof and take the old one out and put the new one in, but it's getting later in the day and I'm kind of not in the mood to crawl around the roof quite yet. So tomorrow we aren't going anywhere. So tomorrow my goal is going to be to mount the TV, which shouldn't be too hard as long as I can find my hole cutters for my drill bit, and then replace the vent. That should be it. It's just a normal vent. It was like $20 on Amazon or something, no big deal. But then that should really be all we have for projects. Once I get the TV set up, I can hook up all our entertainment stuff to it. I've got a Raspberry Pi that plays movies and music. I'm going to have to build a new one so I can play old school retro video games on it. I have the SD card for it. I just need to actually build the Raspberry Pi in a case. And we have the Roku that gets us Netflix and everything. And tomorrow I also should be getting a Wi-Fi repeater so we can connect more than 5 devices to our Mobley. Then we can have the TVs playing and we can watch TV and whatever we want. Other than that, we don't really have anything going on. We're here till Saturday night, I believe. I forget what day we paid. And then Monday I have an appointment I have to go to. And then Monday night we're probably going to go to the Thousand Trails campground in Wisconsin. There's 4 of them here. I signed up for Thousand Trails with the monthly plan and figured we'd use enough of that since there's a few in Wisconsin and a few in Florida and a bunch in other places where we have family. So hopefully that works out, and we'll be staying at a campground for 2 weeks until we have to come back to this area for family obligations. And then we have 1 doctor's appointment. The cats are getting their shots, and by Labor Day we should be gone and on our way to Florida.
Alright, so I'm going to show you guys some of the neat little things that we have found. I'm sure some of you have been doing this a while, probably have found this stuff and it's old news, but for newbies like us and some other newbies out there, I think it's important. I'm letting my hair grow out. I used to have it pretty much shaved, like shaved my head. And we are going to talk more about this. You can edit this however you want. We are going to talk more about this on the road. It was one of the things we wanted to talk about was like how we deal with our mental illness, how we get our medications, how we deal with our doctors, because I know we're not the only ones out there who deal with this stuff, and it's a question that comes up, and we've watched a lot of YouTube videos, and it hasn't really been like a subject a lot of people have touched on, and I think it's important because, you know, we're not the only ones dealing with that. So anyway, I had shaved my head because I was pulling my hair out a lot. And that was back when I was having a lot of issues with my own anxiety and stuff. And so when I started recovering from that, I'm growing my hair out again. It's driving me a little crazy, but yeah, it's nice to have hair. Anyway, here's another fan that I got actually on Amazon. It's a little tiny fan like this. It's a USB fan. So there's the end, just a regular USB, which I wanted because when we weren't sure about like our electricity issue, we wanted to get that. It has a suction cup, but the suction cup does not work very well. But the nice thing about it is you can just set it up. So if you don't have electricity, but you have a running electronic like a laptop or something, it works beautifully. And it actually, I'll turn it that way so you can see what the brand is. I got it on Amazon. I think it was like $7.99. I got 2 of them. Alright, so I'm going to take you around to a couple of other things that I have recently discovered that are super, super helpful. I'm going to show you our litter box. Sorry, it has been cleaned, so it hopefully will not gross you out. We were trying to find a better way to scoop litter and keep it cleaner in here. We have 3 cats. We have a kitten who mainly stays in his cage. We have our other crate, right? We have a little kitty in there. She was 9 weeks old. Her name is Zoe. And when we got her, she was 9 weeks old and she was feral. And she was very, very sick. And so she never really got out of that feral nature, I guess. So she's a little bit scared of humans. So we do have our crate for her that she kind of hangs out in. And we're kind of hoping as we go along and we're able to like hang out with her and the other cat is able to hang out with her, she'll like, you know, at least get comfortable. But for right now, she has a calming collar on and she has like her own space and litter box and food and all that good stuff. So I'm going to show you the awesome litter box I found at Walmart. Okay, so here's our little litter box contraption. Now, some of you, I noticed on some Facebook groups, wondered how people in general keep litter from going all over the place. So Eric actually did this back when we had a cat who was dealing with some health issues. We had a litter box in our bedroom and we wanted to keep all the stuff in the litter box inside the litter box. So Eric actually put this inside of a big banana box crate. You can get these at most grocery stores. If you just go to the grocery store and ask them if they have any extra banana box cardboard crates like this, they'll usually give you one. The nice thing about these banana boxes, it's a really, really nice thick cardboard. They've got handles. Eric, as you can see, just kind of cut this part and our litter box just falls right in so that when they do kick it, it just falls over into the cardboard. Now, of course, as you can see, there's litter, but I mean, I would say it reduces the litter by at least half, if not more. So, so that's that. Okay, so the litter box that I recently found at Walmart was about $16. I don't remember the brand. I'm sorry, but go to Walmart, go in the cat section. You will probably find it. It's a sifting litter box. I can't really show it to you by doing it with one hand and holding my phone with the other. But basically, it's a 3-part system. So we've got the white part, and then there's 2 gray litter boxes kind of underneath it. And this just sifts out, as you can see. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's the little things when you're on the road like this. So this sifts out you just throw it out, and then you have to lift out the second pan, put the sifter in, and then put the pan that you just dumped back in on top of this one, I think. Anyway, we'll show you how it works later, but if you're looking for kind of an easier way to dump your litter, I think it was like $15 or $16. It might be like a Hartz brand or something like that. You can definitely find this type of thing at PetSmart, but I'm going to tell you right now, as a cat, we're both cat owners for all of our lives pretty much. PetSmart and Petco are some of the most overpriced places to get things. I'm not necessarily bashing them because they do have stuff that you can't always find everywhere, but I just went there to get like a Cage water bottle and it was $8, but yet I saw the same one on Amazon for like $4. But we were kind of in desperate need of it, so I just bit the bullet and got it. And they do have, we got this big one when our cat Bubba, who is the cat who is on our intro of our YouTube channel, when he was sick, he had a autoimmune disorder, and unfortunately he did pass away. But he needed to be basically kind of isolated from the other animals, and we didn't really know how to do that with a cat, because they basically told us, keep him from jumping, keep him from, you know, doing everything a cat wants to do, and that was impossible. So we got him this big dog crate. We got it at Petco or PetSmart when they were having like a 50% off sale or something. But I will tell you, if you go on Amazon or if you go to Chewy.com, they have them so affordable. We found one that we think we want to get Odin, our little kitten. It's like an 18-inch and it's like $15 or $10, something like that. And for situations like this where you have animals that are just scared and fearful and they want to hide, and you don't want them to hide in places you're not going to be able to find them, it's totally worth it. The nice thing about these kind of crates, these are technically dog crates. The nice thing about these is they fold up flat, so when the animals are more comfortable and they're able to be out, you can just store them and use them again, and yeah, they're awesome. So another thing that I got, I'm going to show you, are these little fleece blankets. They're from Walmart. They're $2.50, and I want to say they're probably that price year-round, I'm pretty sure. Around winter time, they go up to maybe like $5 or so. I got these because our animals are not quite used to being in a crate for a long time, and so they do go to the bathroom in there. We try to take them out to put them in the litter box, but I mean, animals are animals, and if they have to go, they're gonna go, and it's just the way that it is. And if they're fearful, they're not always going to use a litter box when you put them in it. So things like this is going to save you on money of using your good towels and stuff. Do I want to, like, you know, use this and have to throw it away? No, not necessarily. But a $2.50 blanket versus like a $5 towel, that works for me. Another thing I found as well, it's a little rug. I'm sure a lot of us remember these from childhood because my mom had a ton of these growing up. They're like these little woven rugs. I got this at Walmart as well. We're not super, you know, we're not sponsoring Walmart. They seriously do have better prices than a lot of other places. And if you're, you know, in an RV, you're most likely staying at a Walmart at some point. So if you need a little rug, just for now, this is a great thing. This, I think, was less than $5, I want to say. So if you do end up having to throw it out, it's not going to be a huge loss. No, do we like to buy things and throw them away? Of course not, but things change when you're on the road. So one thing that has been a little bit different, I guess, for me, Eric is very much kind of just a casual, laid-back dude, and he kind of just, you know, goes with the flow, and I'm very much a planner. I like to write everything down on my phone calendar. I like to write notes. I like to put it in a planner. That's basically because I forget to do stuff if I don't do it. So it's been a little different for me not to have everything kind of at my disposal. So I absolutely recommend you guys get a pail like this. I'm probably going to do our dishes in clean water in this pail outside because it's what you have to do. And it's totally useful. This is a 10-quart pail and it was less than $3. So that's a fantastic thing. So that's about it. If you guys have any comments on how to make life easier as someone who's been out there, or even someone who's just starting but you found awesome ways to do things about stuff I've already mentioned, please let us know. We're totally wanting to learn the best, most efficient way to do things, as well as saving money. I also have a YouTube channel. It's for my sweethoneybeehealth.com video and blog. Shameless plug. Go to my blog. I have a link to our Bubba on the Road blog too, so we're going to kind of go back and forth. But I am going to start doing some on the road natural health tutorials and natural health, like local products people sell. And I'm also gonna kind of let you guys know my journey with aromatherapy. I just enrolled in aromatherapy school to become certified, something I've wanted to do for a while, and it's pretty fantastic. I haven't actually started yet. I mean, I literally just enrolled last week, but so far I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I want to kind of let you guys in on that journey too, if you're kind of interested in stuff like that. And I'll, you know, share aromatherapy recipes, DIYs, things like that. But all of it is going to be tied into like our RV blog. It's basically how to do an online business on the road, how to keep your blog going on the road, how to keep your Facebook groups going on the road. Yeah, and all that good stuff. So that's another thing I would love to hear your opinions and comments on as well. So check that out. Whenever I get a video posted, we will mention that in our Bubba on the Road blog, so you guys can just hop over there and see that. We'll put a link if you're interested in that sort of thing, and we would always appreciate you sharing and, you know, liking our videos, because that makes us happy. Okay, so I guess that's it for right now. I'm kind of just flying by the seat of my pants in this video. I didn't really prepare much, but we don't want to work off a script anyway, because that's not life. That's not real life. So we doubt you guys want to see that anyway. So anyway, we'll just let you know kind of how things are going with like the water situation that Eric explained, and the rest of the things. And you know, just starting out, it is frustrating sometimes, I guess, if you don't have everything done the way you want it done, if you don't have things organized, if you can't get to laundry, if you don't have water, you know, all that stuff. But it's not like a permanent situation, and I think a large part of it is, you know, when you stay in one place for a long time, it's kind of like getting cooped up in the house in the wintertime. Like, everything just starts to get on your nerves. So I think, you know, feel free to move from place to place and still take care of the things you need to take care of, because I think a new location kind of helps put a fresh view on things. And so I am really excited to move off to a new location in a few weeks. I think that will calm me down a little bit. I know I drive Eric crazy sometimes, but I'm high strung. What can I say?
Okay.
Okay, bye.